Welcome, collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to welcome each and every one of you back today for today's reading, no matter what time of day it is or what day you have found this reading. I am so grateful that you're here. Guys, today's date is Wednesday, December 18th of 2024. We are definitely moving up a lot closer to the holidays and the end of the year. So we're moving rapidly towards 2025. And definitely, if you have been busy dealing with things for the holidays, an increase in work or scheduling, sending out supportive energy, and definitely an encouragement to engage with self-care daily. I recently downloaded an app to my phone, the Insight Timer, and then also the Calm app. So this is not an advertisement. I just had a client kind of challenge me to take a look at the app because it's something that they enjoy using and it's actually really lovely. So maybe putting an app on your phone or something if you have a hard time remembering to engage with self-care. So I'm going to jump into the download today, guys, because this is wild. And once again, the numbers for today are 12, 18 of 24. So the reason why today's download is so interesting is because I was, with this particular download, the viewer, or looking at the download from the viewer's perspective, there was like a montage or a scene of the viewer looking at members of their family potentially. And I don't know if this is family that the viewer knows, is acquainted with, is close to, has a bond with. But there was a knowingness, at the very least, on an energetic level, that these were family members. Wow. Really strong energy with this one. And as we go deeper into this, you're going to understand why, because this is one of those situations where, as I looked into it more, it just kept evolving. So the viewer in this download was someone who has been struggling. Maybe they're an innovative energy or person who can come up with ideas and processes. Maybe they've had businesses, opportunities, different experiences coming up in their life where they've had opportunities to experience growth or potential growth. And each and every time they engaged with one of these opportunities, something would inevitably happen that would see the opportunity ended early, short-sighted, redirected, something happening where they never saw the full, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? They never saw the full fruition of the opportunity or the experience. It was always cut short in some kind of way. And yet the viewer's family was engaging with goals and opportunities and seeing growth, seeing expansion, seeing things happen for prolonged periods of time, while the viewer was constantly stuck in this cycle that they could not understand why it was that no matter what they did, how they changed, how they grew, what they studied, what they tried differently, they kept seeing the same results. And I have to say to you guys, I really got a strong energy associated with this particular download, having to do with like some sort of like wannabe destiny swapping energy or sacrificial energy, almost like exploiting someone else in order to have what you want. And this is the energy I picked up here, that something about the viewer's family or relatives, because that term family is relative. Just because somebody is blood related doesn't mean you view them as family. But some sort of connection here genetically, let's put it that way, with these people, and some sort of energy of putting someone else down in order to have more of what you want. And that's what the viewer was experiencing. And they had an inner knowing that something was off, but there wasn't anything that they could do about it. It might even be, for those of you who resonate with today's download, you have become aware that you were a victim of some sort of destiny swapping energy, or some sort of energy that has to do with someone utilizing your resources, your tools, your energies to help promote what it is they're doing, or help to create better results for what it is they're doing, while leaving your bucket, your container empty. And as I've mentioned before in other readings, guys, this is not to say that I'm a person, an energy, an individual that believes that someone can actually take what is attached to your energetic signature. It can never be that. It's just simply someone creating energetic blockages for someone to keep them stuck, and then some kind of way siphoning energy basically off of the person and utilizing that for them to have more of what they want to experience. So it's not like someone can actually just walk up to a stranger and say, you know what, I like your life, I think I'll take it. No, it's not that way. And I think that there's a lot of belief out here that that's how things work, but these beliefs, to me, don't factor in universal principles and don't factor in source, or a belief that there is a source energy that everything is rooted in, and that it's understanding how to manipulate these energies either in a positive, supportive way or in a toxic way. And so we do have people, places, things, energies out here who manipulate universal principles in a toxic manner to take advantage of others, so that way they can have better results. So it's like the crabs in the barrel thing, or utilizing someone else's head to step up on, to help oneself while stepping up on someone else's head. It's that type of energy. But what these energies never ever get is that whatever is held universally due to dharma and karma by those energy signatures that they are trying to manipulate can never be theirs. If it doesn't happen in this incarnation, it'll be in another incarnation, it'll be in another experience that these energy signatures will step into these opportunities for learning and growth. You can't take someone else's accumulated dharma and karma and utilize it for yourself. These energies never get this. And these energies never understand that when you ask universal principles basically to experience what someone else has experienced, you are actually getting the entire thing. So if a person's been struggling for 25, 30 years, you're getting that. You're asking the universe to experience what this other person, this other energy has gone through. And this is why we have these horrible results that we hear about with these karmic energies, having these terrible results cycle back into their face from improper manipulation or toxic manipulation of universal principles. This is why this happens. Because you can't actually take something that belongs to someone else. You are simply mimicking the energy and siphoning energy. So you don't get a part of it, you get all of it. If you haven't gotten it yet, you'll be getting it. So just really strong on the energy today of swapping. Now, I did do some quick looking up / research online on the topic of Boule class family. And I looked this up in particular in relation to families of color or families associated with Black people. And I looked this up in relation to myself and maybe some other viewers who might have a similar situation. And I only did this because, and this relates to any ethnicity, any race, any group. I looked this up in relation to myself so I could be very specific about it, because I had some questions about my own biological lineage, because there's some interesting things that have been coming out there as well. But there was a lot here just on Google about this topic, okay? And this is something you can look up, Boule class family, and it will bring up information on a lot of different things. But I did notice Boule class family is a term that primarily brought up experiences associated with Black people. So we had things coming up about certain fraternities and groups. We had certain famous names from history, we'll leave it like that, who came up under this topic as members of the Grand Boule. So a lot of fraternities, sororities. My family personally has a history with fraternities and sororities as well. And then there was topics about the Black elites in America, which was, it was not associated with the elites as far as like in Europe and in other places. No, it was not associated with that, because, you know, even inside of this messed up situation, you know, people of color are still not viewed on the same level or scale, even though in some cases the energy is precisely the same. It doesn't matter about the skin color. There's still racism even in this area, in this genre. And I apologize up front if any of this feels triggering to those who are listening today. That is not my intention. I'm just trying to be very direct and straightforward in talking about people who are members of families where there are individuals who have a desire, a drive, a goal to get ahead, to experience more, to have more wealth and financial stability. Not even stability, like they want to feel and have what celebs, wealthy people, like they want physical, material sustenance, and they're willing to do anything for it. And how this can affect others in that same biological family who may not even know these people. And that those individuals can in effect be getting kind of like, for lack of a better way to put it, sacrificed due to the fact that these other family members want to have these things. And so you get into basically toxic manipulation of universal principles to assist with putting someone else down, siphoning energy, and utilizing it for purposes that are nefarious at best. So when I looked up the term Boule class family members, I was able to see more of this energy right here on Google. And you guys can do that yourself too, if that's a study that you want to get into or do some research on. But yeah, just a lot here this morning. It's really sad. It's really sad, but I think once again, the pathway to healing is by acknowledging and being mindful of what is there so that we can protect ourselves or make the needed changes that can help us to protect ourselves. and to help others to be mindful of what is happening. But first, we have to be in a state of knowledge ourselves, so that way we can understand what is going on. We may not have even thought that something as bizarre and nefarious as swapping, energy swapping, destiny swapping was even a thing. Especially if you're someone who grew up around the church. This is probably a term you never heard. Unless, it's some sort of very alternative church. I highly doubt that this is a term you heard. So a lot of us are coming into a place where we are learning and awakening to these things, and just now learning how to really be mindful in the energy and how to protect ourselves when we find that there are others around us who are tied into our energy or tapped in some way that we didn't even know existed. We didn't even know these people were family. We've never met them in life. And yet and still, some kind of way, these energies are tuned in and tapped in, not just into our energy, but into what we're doing in our life. This is absolutely nuts, guys. So if you get a chance and this is a topic that interests you, I would definitely recommend doing a little research on the Boule class family. But we're going to go on ahead and jump into pulling some cards and just seeing who this might resonate with today. If this message already resonates with you, definitely I am sending out loving, supportive energy. This is challenging, especially if you're a person who's doing research and finding that your family might be tapped in or tied into some sort of energies like this that are very draining, very toxic. This is a challenging thing to awaken to. So hopefully in today's card pull, we can pull some energy that will also be supportive to help you with processing whatever you are discovering at this point. And I think that was really a big point with the download too, that the viewer was really just understanding and discovering that there were these energies around them that they didn't even know existed, that were basically siphoning energy off of them, kind of like energy vampire type stuff. And on top of it, trying to do some sort of swapping, not even trying to, that they had been affected by some sort of destiny swapping type energies. So let's go ahead, guys. I want to get into the second part of the video, and let's pull some cards on this energy and see what information is coming up for you there. See you on the other side. Okay, guys, let's get into the card reading portion of the video. I am just going to light a little bit of Palo Santo and definitely welcome you once again into the space. I hope you guys are having a good day, no matter what time of day it is. And if you aren't, I hope that spending some time with the collectives and just taking a moment out for the reading, I hope that's beneficial to you, and I truly hope the messages resonate, or at the very least, give you some information on some ways that you can tap in or move through some challenges. Okay, guys, so I'm going to clear the space. We've already got the candles lit. If you do have a sound sensitivity, please turn the volume on your device down now. Beautiful. Okay, guys, so welcome to the second portion of the video. Let's look a little bit into these energies and see what is going on here. Because as we talked about before, there's something here about whomever resonates with today's message being an energy who has watched your friends and family succeed while you've struggled. Something in the energy about this. And definitely, I do believe, guys, that you are a starseed. Those of you who resonate with today's message. So we will pull some starseed energy. Actually, looks like we're going to pull that first. So I'm going to just place those there. I'm going to see what energy is coming up here. Just asking that the space is cleaned and cleared of any energies that would be blocking, limiting, or hindering us from understanding the message that's being given today and coming through. And that only energies associated with love and light and the highest frequencies associated with source energy may remain, including my spirit team. And so it is. Okay, guys, we're going to give the deck a little shuffle. And let's see what we have here. Spirit, messages for the collectives and those associated with today's download. Please help us to understand. Let's see, what do we have? This card has popped before. Hiraeth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Collectives, you are a star. As a matter of fact, you are definitely the star, the light bringer, the light bearer. Let's take a look and see what the Hiraeth card indicates here in the energy. And we'll just put that over here. Let's see, that is number... these don't have numbers. There's no number indicated on the card, guys, but that's okay. We will move forward just the same. Let's see if we can set him there. So the Hiraeth card, let's see what we have. Oh, it's right here. Let's see. There we go. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. So this one talks about a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for a home or a place to which we cannot return. Definitely picking up family energies here. The unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in starseeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it is a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to. A place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for the unity of Source, a remembering of interconnected oneness. This yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical space that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, and relationships. A journey to find somewhere they truly belong. If you resonate with this yearning for home, but don't really know where home is, you are being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on Earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. You're being called to anchor all of your presence, your personality, your soul, and your spirit in the here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. So your Starseed soul inquiry, it's kind of a tongue twister. Your Starseed soul inquiry is, how can you commit more fully to your life? Guys, I'm hearing so much in today's message here in the Starseed Oracle, and thank you, Spirit, for this. And the Hiraeth card, which is a Welsh word, and it is not easy to pronounce. Every time this card comes up, I struggle with the word, but it has something to do with a longing for home. I'm definitely picking up family energy, or someone in your family is longing for something, or you are longing for something associated with feeling connected with friends, family, close interpersonal resources that maybe for those of you who resonate with today's energy do not presently feel like you have these resources around you, or you flat out just don't have these resources around you. But there's also something in here about what it is that you're here to experience. And I mentioned this earlier in the download that you have some energies that are in your energy that are really trying to mimic, copy, play out your experience that you are here for. And this is that swapping energy. There are others maybe who are related to you that you are not aware of, do not know personally, or individuals who are maybe like family. They're close enough to be able to access or to touch your energy in some form. And these energies can see your value, your worth, what it is that you are unique, specialized in, talented in, aspects of you that are very unique to your journey. But these are also kind of like your superpowers. So it's almost like these energies want to tap into your superpowers and utilize those energies, that resource, to help them to manifest more of what it is they want to do. So for those of you who resonate with today's message, you may not, as I mentioned before, you may not even know these people. They may be technically related to you biologically, but you may not actually know these people. In some kind of way, they know of you. So a lot here about family, longing for home, what you came here to experience, and a remembering somewhere way back in your subconscious, or maybe for those of you who resonate, you have fully awakened to this remembrance, this longing for home, and something about your starseed origins. So that could also be a factor here too. Some of you may be going through a second, third, or fourth awakening here in this incarnation, and you're understanding some things that you did not before. This might have something to do with why your vibration is in a space where these energies are no longer able to directly tie in and siphon energy off of you for whatever purposes. They may not be able to do that any longer, and they might be noticing that you're having better results. Things are going better in your life. Some of the blockades, challenges, energetic walls, and restrictions that were in place before are no longer in place. And so this might be causing some of these energies to panic, because if they're not getting the same results off of their energy siphoning work, that means that they have less energy that they can utilize. So this gives us an idea of why, you know, individuals, people, places, things, energies would, confirmation, why they would want to push so hard to keep this mayhem and foolishness going, because they're getting something out of it. They believe that by doing this practice or whatever it is they're doing to tap into your energy, that they can have more of what they want. And maybe that's been the case. But something has changed here in the energy. I really want to look into that. Let's go into clarifying life situations. Because as I mentioned before, something has definitely shifted in the energy such that these ones are no longer able to benefit from your energies in the way that they previously were. And they are quite miffed about this. You might have even picked up on some energies of upset, frustration, agitation, anger that didn't really belong to you, but you're just like picking up on that energy almost kind of in the air, so to speak. You might be picking up on these energies. There's a lot of, it's not funny at all. I'm just always blown away by dealing with energies like this in readings. It's almost like they have an energy that they feel like they have a right, due to what class or position they're in and what class or position they believe or feel you're in, that they have a right to utilize you in a certain way, almost like a how dare you take your energy back from us kind of vibe. It's always so weird, just so flipping weird when I run into intrusive or invasive energies like this. It's just bizarre. Spirit, information on these weirdos. I know I'm so judgmental tonight, but this is crazy. Information on the family members or anything clarifying to help collectives with this message, please. Well, we got one there. Let's see if anything else pops out. Any other messages, Spirit? No? Okay, let's see what we've got here. Inner vision. Yeah. Cut through the fog of confusion with your power of discernment. Let me pull that back so you can see it. Okay, so there's something here about your discernment. Something that you are now able to see that you were not able to see before. That has helped you to identify these energies. I'm getting that even if you can't see like exactly who these people are, because like I mentioned, for some of you, and take the energy as it resonates, you've never met these people before. You don't know them. They are biological family in technicality only. This isn't, you know, for some of you, this isn't anybody you've ever met or will meet potentially. You might have even been getting visions, dreams, downloads about who's been siphoning your energy and not even recognizing that these are so-called biological family members. But there's something here about your inner vision, your intuition, you're having more inner sight, like third eye sight and clarity as to what is going on here. And you've been able to utilize practices, processes, tools to cut these energy cords and cut these energies off of you such that they are no longer able to tap in. They know, they can feel the difference. So these energies are no longer able to access you for this swapping energy. Something here about your discernment, or maybe your spirit team or your guides helped to give you some discernment on what was happening here so you could know what you needed to do. Wowzers. Other messages, Spirit, for the collectives to help them with this download. Other messages for the collectives, please. Other messages for the collectives. This may not be any in this deck. We're going to see if there's any on the other side of the deck, and then we're going to move on. Yeah, there's nothing here. Spirit says take this one. Haha, yeah, that's why. Embrace the unknown. This talks about venturing into the mystery with an open heart, welcoming the lessons hidden in uncertainty. There's something you're supposed to learn from all of this. Because I know, as those of us who tend to be more centered in an energy of like, how can I assist or help others? We might have times where we wonder, like, how could this happen? How could people be allowed to utilize energies in this way? There's something that you don't understand, or something that you needed to learn from the experience. And I know that sounds really cliche, and this is not to say that every time a good person deals with challenges that, you know, they're like these universal beings or gods that they state that, you know, like a game, you need to go through these challenges in order to succeed. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, you know, part of this incarnation is learning, growing, expansion work, self-evolution. That's what we incarnated for. So yes, there is polarity in energies here. Everything is not just yin. Everything's not just yang. There's yin and yang. There's always light and dark. There's polarity energies. And that is just part of the Earth School. It has to do with opportunities to learn and grow. If everything was the same, we would never have those opportunities to learn and grow. Everything would be the same. So there's something that you need to embrace about this experience and how you can use this for growth. Okay, so I'm hearing that this deck is done. Let's see. Oh, well, something else popped out here. Enjoy the journey. Yeah. Embrace each moment fully, staying open to new experiences and lessons along the way. Confirmation, confirmation. Look at this energy here. Spirit showing you the same thing twice. Being open and embracing and welcoming new opportunities, and then enjoying the journey. Once again, about embracing each moment, because there's the same word twice. Okay. Embracing each moment fully and staying open to new experiences. Look at this. This is that energy. It's that dual energy here. So not duality, but dual energy. It's the same energy coming up twice. So there's something that you guys, I'm picking up. Maybe the challenges that you've been through caused you to become very like stoic, matter of fact, like looking at the glass as half full or maybe 1/3 full or not full at all. There's something here that you needed to learn about how to embrace the unknown and move through that in an energy of openness rather than allowing these challenges to shut you down. And please know, guys, there's always polarity. You know, even if you reach your goal that you've been working on for the past 20 years, once you get there, there'll be something else you need to fine tune, tweak, or improve upon, because that is what we are here to do. So there's something in the energy about, you know, maybe being a little more lighthearted in your journey and remaining open to the education that you're receiving in this journey. Other messages for the collective, Spirit? Any other messages for the collectives? Anything clarifying on this particular message for the collectives? Ooh, that's a lot of cards. We have Seek Truth on the bottom. Definitely, guys, whomever you are, you're a truth seeker. Yeah, you're a cutting edge person or energy. You're supposed to slice through these obstacles and carve out a path towards your dreams. More embracing growth. That's 3 times. Confirmation, confirmation, and confirmation. Something really strong in the energy about embracing growth. Cutting out a path, slicing through the obstacles and challenges, and carving a path towards your dreams. And you're going to have some community or some other energies that are like vibration that you're going to be working with the Unity Blooms card. As you do this process of being more open in the energy with these experiences and these challenges, moving through them in more of a graceful energy, not getting so locked down on the energy or trying to control every aspect of the energy, you're going to start to see new companions and soul path team members that are going to start to bloom and or appear. This is a worthy goal that you're working on. Like, you're going to hit the target. And the winds of fortune are coming in to assist you. That's your spirit team. That's universal energy. All that good energy that you've been putting out whilst dealing with these challenges, that's the winds of fortune that are going to blow back your way. Just like I mentioned in this video and a previous video, that those who put out this nasty, toxic energy, that stuff is going to blow back in their face. There's no way around it. It's the way universal principles work. In the same manner, that good energy that you've put out, regardless of these other people in the background maybe tampering with things and creating issues that didn't need to be, you're going to get recompense for that. Like, you're going to get some payback for that. And on top of it, the energy that you've been putting out, because you weren't supposed to have to go through those challenges. They were created. Well, let me put it this way. They were created challenges. Maybe you did need to go through them. Maybe it's something that you needed to learn from those challenges. But you're going to receive back everything that you put in plus for having to go through that. Something here about being realistic about the goals that you're setting, Fantasyland. Making sure that everyone involved is on the same page. This could also have something to do with your belief that certain people are supportive of you that are not. Or maybe just some beliefs that you hold that have made you susceptible, to energy harvesting. There might be some place where you need to put some boundaries. You know, maybe the rose-colored glasses are on a little bit much, and you need to kind of tone that back and put some boundaries in place. And you are going to be learning some secrets. This has to do with these energies that have been around you that you've been getting hints about from your intuition, your deeper knowing, and your spirit team and your guides. For those of you who resonate with today's energy, you may even be having dreams or downloads about people you don't recognize doing things in the energy. You need to stay open-minded and receptive, because these hidden truths, once again, there's that term embrace. As these hidden truths come out, you really need to embrace what they're telling you, because you're about to learn some things that might even shock you. But you're a truth seeker. Spirit knows that. The universe knows that you're a truth seeker. That's what you're here to do, is to understand like what's going on here. Yeah, and all of this is in divine timing. So you're being encouraged to be patient, because it may have felt like some of this energy that you've been going through for a very long time has been persistent and just gone on and on and on and on. And you are really being encouraged to just be patient, because you're almost at the end of whatever this is. That's what I'm picking up. The winds of fortune are here. Things are about to shift. And whatever was holding you up from this energy is no longer able to do that. And you're about to learn. Spirit is not just going to change this for you. You're going to learn why it was happening. You're going to learn about these energies that were around you didn't even know existed. And it's because you're ready. It's the divine timing. Because you have a worthy goal. And your guides and your spirit team are ready to assist you at all times with that goal. Yeah. Wow. That energy, that's amazing. Let's go on ahead. Let's do messages of the oracles. Yeah. Let's see what's here. Maybe we can get a guide card to close out. Spirit messages for the collectives in relation to this download, or whatever it is you want them to hear today. What do we have for the collectives? Ooh. Okay. Listen and act. What has your inner voice been asking of you? Yep. This just goes to support. I'm hearing to put this up here with higher. Yeah. Your inner voice, that deeper knowing. Okay. That's this energy right here. Your inner vision. This energy right here. Let me pull this one out. This energy is the same as this energy. Your inner vision or your inner voice has been asking some things of you. Like I said, you might have even been getting downloads, clues, messages that there's something kind of funny going on here. You're no longer looking at this as, oh, wow, that's strange. Every time I start a new project or do something, it always goes kablooey. I wonder why that happens. You're no longer looking at it that way. You're seeing something is off. And you may have even been asking questions of yourself or different situations to understand, like, okay, what's the problem? Why did this energy just change all of a sudden? I thought everything was good. What happened? So you're not taking things for granted that, you know, oh, something weird's just going on, you know, let me just try again. It's good that you're willing to try again. I'm picking up in the energy that that's what you've been doing for years, is trying again. But it's actually time to understand why this is happening. It's not just you, collective. Look around for some signs. Look around and find some signs. See that? The universe is speaking to you. This is more confirmation of what I was just saying. I'll put this one here. More confirmation. So you're getting signs, indicators, and clues that something has been off. And now you're about to learn the secrets that will help you to confirm like what you've been looking at. Other messages or information for the collectives. You're being encouraged to bet on yourself and take chances. So maybe you're kind of doubt yourself or think, oh, I'm just overthinking this. This is too weird to be a thing. No, it's not. You're being encouraged to trust yourself. And also to make time to play, to have fun and be free. This came up earlier, speaking about the way that you move through challenges. There's something in here that you needed to learn about, you know, how to move through those challenges, but at the same time, learn how to not take yourself as seriously, to be more lighthearted, which can be difficult when we're going through difficulties, but it is still necessary. This is how we keep our vibration up. And who knows? Who's to say there may not be challenges up ahead that are different or more difficult that you will engage with. And you need to know, you need to learn these skill sets. Wow. Any other messages out of this deck for the collectives? A lot of good information here tonight, guys. Spirit is always guiding us around like these so-called energetic blocks and walls. They're really not. Only if you see it that way. Even in the most ridiculous situation, you can still learn how to move around it, how to move through these challenges, or how to build your muscles to withstand certain energies until you can raise your vibration and get completely around it. Yeah, your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. Guys, just the fact that you are here, others are benefited by it. There's something in you that is so special and unique. This is why these energies have tried to latch onto you or have latched onto you in the past to energy siphon or do like vampire energy draining work, because your energy is so unique. It's so special. And this is why Spirit is asking you to be mindful of this in the way that you deal with things. Treat yourself with loving care. Treat others with loving care. But definitely also treat yourself with loving care. It's very important that you incarnate it at this time. And these energies know it. They're just trying to benefit off of it without doing the work. Take responsibility for your choices. This is your life to live. Own it. So if you've been openly dealing with energies that are low vibrational and really not the kind of energies that you need to be around, take responsibility for that. Step into your authentic self, your authentic power, and take the steps you need to move away from energies that are not in alignment with what you're here to do. How about something flipped? Nope. Oh, yes, it did. You have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. Yes, that power is in your hands, collectives. No one can take that from you. Even when they're trying to, say, circumvent or navigate opportunities away from you. Because we talked about that root or origin of really what that swapping energy is. You can't really truly step into someone else's energy signature. The only thing you can do is circumvent, create issues to block and hinder circumstances, and then basically divert energy or energy siphon and use that energy for yourself. You can't really truly become that person. Impossible. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not trying to be belligerent in the energy. It's just channeling through, you know. Spirit is saying, no, it's not a thing. It's a process that individuals who understand how to manipulate universal principles use. And this term swapping really just means that somebody understands how to use universal principles to siphon energy and divert energy their direction so that they can use it for what they want to use it for. But I am picking up these energies haven't even used the energy that they have siphoned for anything of any real value. They've wasted the energy. This is why they have to keep coming back. It's so stupid. These energies are just ridiculous, but it's real. We have to understand how these things can happen so we can protect ourselves. So that requires growth, knowledge, working through challenges, gaining new skill sets when working with universal principles. That's what it requires. But please do remember, just like these energies around you had abilities and powers to do what they've done, so do you. You have the power to create the life you love. Please remember that. We don't have to just throw our hands up and let these energies go bonkers. No, shut it down. Cut these cords. Do the work to remove these energies so that they can no longer tap into the hard work that you've done here. That's what we're talking about. Wow. All right. We're going to close out. Once again, Spirit is reminding me to find ways to lighten up and not take everything so seriously. So once again, even though this energy is very heavy, guys, the energy over the past few days has been so flippin' heavy. I've just been doing massive return to senders. Massive. It's a lot of that energy. So even though we are dealing, I'm hearing to do the Moonology deck. Even though we are dealing with these very intense energies, part of keeping our vibrational level up is to lighten up in the energy and try to stay in a high vibration as best we can. Now I'm wondering, should I do the Moonology? Yes, okay. Couldn't get the box open. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Spirit, let's get a closing message for collectives. Something that can help the collectives with this energy that's on the table today. How to move through these challenges. Or just whatever you feel they need to know to take away from today's message. Because this is a heavy energy. I feel it. I feel it in my throat chakra. And I feel it in my heart chakra. It's not an easy thing that you all have been dealing with. And now you're starting to understand why. Definitely, just like you heard earlier, in the other part of the reading, do some research on these, basically family members who are in a certain grouping or identify themselves with a certain grouping, and, how that might tie in with your particular story when it comes to, family that has certain levels of wealth or, ability to be part of certain groups versus other parts of the family. Now, you're not going to see all the direct details on that in energy swapping online. I don't know, maybe you will. I didn't look it up. But definitely look up Boule class family and, do a little research on that if that's new to you. Understanding that, first off, that is a thing that exists and is typically tied to fraternities, associations, and orders. Fraternal orders. And I'm not saying all fraternal orders engage in energy like this. I'm just saying it is interesting that when you look that term up, you can see a direct correlation with terms like that. And as I mentioned before, I even have it in my own family. And started to do some research into this and understand some things. Because I wanted to understand, why would a person who doesn't even know somebody just go at this energy so hard? Why would you do that? Somebody has to be feeling like they're getting something out of it. And that's because they are actually getting energy that they're utilizing for their purposes out of it. They are getting something out of it until you stop that from happening, until you cut those energy cords, until you're aware of what has been happening. Let me grab this. I asked for 2 cards, or 1 card rather. Spirit gave me 3. I thought it was 2, but it's actually 3. So we're going to take them. Yeah, the energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. This is all about to come out, guys. Everything you've been working on, where you've been getting hindered and blocked, all that, this is all stopping, and you're going to be learning some secrets about what's been going on here. Get ready. Some of them might be quite surprising. A personal issue reaches resolution. Look at this energy coming out on the table. I cannot make it up. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. You might be a Cancer, or you might have it aspected in your chart, or there might be a Cancer in your energy. But definitely, this is confirmation. You're about to understand more about what's been going on in your situation and who's been involved in this energy harvesting. And then you're going to have a time for healing. Bam. Balsamic moon. I don't know. Maybe some of you like vinegar or utilize vinegar in like your health regimen. Maybe you like to eat balsamic vinegar on salads. I don't know. But definitely you guys are going to be coming up on a time for healing. After you understand what's been happening. And also after these energies are completely stopped from doing what they're doing. They're about to get their spot blown up. And they're mad about it. They hate it, but we don't really care. Because they shouldn't be doing it in the first place. I want to look at a time for healing to close out. Okay. So let's take a look at this one. Here we go. A time for healing. The balsamic moon. Let's see what it says. So pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past. And a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you. This card is a reminder to surrender. Start to work on your belief in your dreams so you're ready when the time comes. Wow, didn't we have a card on belief in dreams? I'm sure of it. It was one of the messages of the oracles. Wow, I'm sure of it. We had a card on that. You're just getting confirmation all over the place. You guys are coming up on a time for healing, but you're being encouraged not to kind of like glaze over this healing. You really need to go deeper because there's probably been some challenges that you've been through, some things that you've lost, some things that you've had to endure associated with this hindrance, this blocking, gatekeeping energy that you're going to need to heal through fully. You are being encouraged to try to be as lighthearted as you can, curious about your exploration here and what you're learning and how you're growing. But you definitely need to put the time into the healing work because I'm picking up that whomever resonates with this message has been through a lot. So I'm definitely sending supportive energy there. So attune to the moon. When one is healed, all are healed. So start that healing work within yourself. And then additional meanings. It's time to let go of the past. You are about to turn the corner. You need more time to heal. And think about how this situation would look if everyone were healed. Wow. So maybe not even after you learn the truth of what's going on here, these secrets and this divine timing, instead of just focusing on hatred, anger for those that have done this towards you or to you, really focusing on how to heal internally. Forgiveness is for self. Forgive yourself. Allow yourself to heal and then release and continue down your path, because you guys have the winds of fortune at your back. So all of this beautiful energy is blowing in for you. So the teaching is the patience is required at the time of the balsamic moon. It's a time for self-care as you slowly but surely prepare yourself for the new moon. So there's a new moon coming for you guys. That's amazing. New beginnings, which is just around the corner. No matter which point in the current moon cycle you have pulled this card, it's a reminder to go a little bit easy on yourself. The time to step into your creatrix, I like that. Your creatrix power will come soon enough. Give yourself the time you need. So yes, as the winds of change are blowing here, guys, please remember that you need time for healing. And as you move through that healing, you're going to see your power, your personal power or creatrix power expand exponentially as you go through the healing process. Okay? So that healing and the growth of your power go hand in hand. A lot of tongue twisters tonight, but great energy, because this was some weird energy at the start of this download, this message. And I'm just grateful to see that there's definitely resolution coming right around the corner for you guys. Winds of change, divine timing, and you're going to be learning some secrets. So that is the energy for this evening. My beautiful collectives, just love you guys, sending so much supportive energy. Definitely, I hope that, this holiday season is peaceful, calm, and reflective for you. If it has not been, if it's been filled with stress or is kind of feeling all over the place, I am encouraging you yet again today, because it came up in the Moonology book, to engage in regular and consistent self-care. Do it now. I mean, every night before bed, whenever you have time that you can be consistent, please do this each day. It's going to help you with this healing work that you're dealing with, okay? So once again, thank you for being here. Thank you to my subscribers, old and new, visitors to the channel. Love you and you are welcome. And I definitely look forward to being with you in the next message. Once again, guys, my name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. Love and light to you.